On today's show, we look into our unseen heroes on campus, and we also look into how downtown McKinney celebrates the holidays. And finally, we look into Ryan Cox and his thoughts before swim's big meet. These stories and more on this edition of Hilltop News. What's Rock and Rock Nation, and welcome to the 11th episode of Hilltop News, live from Studio 1060. I'm Kerrington Faris.
And I'm Yuktha Vangaveti.
We have a great show in store for y'all today with Yuktha catching you up on everything going on around the Hill. Yuktha?
The National English Honor Society is holding a community holiday event called Santa Reads in the cafeteria at 6 p.m. on Saturday. There will be snacks and crafts leading up to Santa's appearance. Rock Hill PTO is hosting this year's gift card drive in order to give back to our staff this holiday season. Visit our Instagram story for the donation site and more information on the drive. Next Friday, December 13th, the Rockettes will be hosting their annual Holiday on the Hill performance at 6:30 in the auditorium. Go to rockhillrockettes.org for ticketing information.
These past few weeks, the upstairs sitting areas have been closed due to the influx of trash left behind. They recently made it available to students once again, but are questioning how long it will remain available. Ricardo Yanez looks into how students can help lighten the load.
Though it may seem the shimmer and shine of our school appears overnight, this simply isn't the case. Our dedicated custodians work around the clock to keep our school spotless.
I work with them closely if we have something going on here on campus at nighttime or on the weekend or whatever, if something's changing during the lunch times. Sorry, right now the upstairs is kind of closed off because of that. We're in a beautiful building and they treat it like their own. And it would be wonderful if everybody here on campus could do the same and just treat it like it's your home. If you have trash, make sure you put it away. That helps them so much.
Having an awareness for the environment around us builds trust in order to decrease the restrictions being put into place. Students cleaning after themselves is such a benefit.
Lo que nos gusta es que ellos cooperen con nosotros recogiendo su basura para que se nos haga menos pesado a nosotros.
Cooperan, en realidad están cooperando bastante. Para mí, he trabajado hasta ahorita en 26 escuelas de aquí de Prosper y me gusta ver lo que hay aquí y creo que somos equipo.
Maintaining a clean and positive place of work is not something to be overlooked in our day-to-day life, in and out of school.
They're unseen heroes, and because they're unseen heroes, today we say thank you, and we definitely value all custodians each and every day for the hard work that they do behind the scene, before school, after school, and during school. They're taking care of our campus and making sure that it's tidy, clean, and presentable for, again, all staff, students, and visitors.
Allowing for our school to shine just as bright as our students is what we strive for at the end of the day. For Hilltop News, I'm Ricardo Yanez.
Go to rockhillmedia.org to check out how our newspaper staff has been showing gratitude around the school for our unsung heroes. As Student Council and theater take on the holiday season, they are working hard with their preparations for events and shows. Theater is putting on their 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee as their second play this semester for the first time in the program's history. Since this is new for theater, this creates new opportunities in the department. While they break tradition, adding a second play of the semester, Student Council is keeping up with their annual holiday traditions.
This year doing 5 main stage shows. The biggest impacts are stage time, obviously like having enough time to rehearse all of those shows on the stage. And money is a big factor because shows are quite expensive to produce, just paying for the rights and royalties for the shows alone. Most shows cost a couple $1,000s just to get permission to do them.
Tradition that Student Council usually follows for the holidays is the 12 days of holiday cheer. So we'll have 12 days of dress-up days. Each one will have a different theme. And then on B days, Student Council will be in all lunches and they will facilitate like a game or some sort of activity.
With the Student Council organizing festivities and theater bringing stories to life, their efforts are making this time of year unforgettable.
Yesterday, McKinney officials approved the rezoning request to expand the McKinney National Airport in order to turn it into a commercial airport. It currently only flies out corporate, business, and private planes, but with this 300-acre expansion, it is expected to start flying commercially by 2026. About 500 miles outside of Austin, a small town jail focuses on rehabilitation and ministry to prepare inmates for life out of jail, as opposed to the punitive natures of most prisons. The unit in Bartlett, Texas has many luxuries that traditional jails don't have because of their dorm-style living. For more information, check out the texastribune.org. A 6-hour frenzy spread across South Korea on Tuesday after their president enforced martial law on the country. South Koreans were outraged and immediately began protesting against the military rule, causing it to be lifted 6 hours after being administered. Currently, their Democratic Party has proposed to impeach President Yoon, and their parliament will vote on it on Saturday.
Every year, downtown McKinney hosts an annual festival called Home for the Holidays. Cambria Hess has the story.
I'm Cambria Hess, and I'm here in downtown McKinney. And while it's still pretty warm out, people are coming to celebrate the holiday cheer. All types of shops and vendors are getting involved where people can come around and shop for the holidays.
I think it's because the whole square comes together. It's not just one business, but it's like every business that you see on the square. They bring things outside, they have special, people are serving hot cider, or they're selling food for $5 next door. A lot of vendors come out and deck the halls too outside, and then they have Santa and Mrs. Claus.
Alongside the shops on the square being a big part of this celebration, vendors from all over partake in this event as well.
Everybody that comes down here is in a festive mood. All the mom and pop shops, as y'all know, there's no like name brand stores, anything like that down here in restaurants. So everybody that comes down here is out here to have a good time. And they always make it family friendly. So we are a family owned business, so we get a lot of exposure that way, and people just have a good time stopping by all the vendor booths.
With this event being over 40 years old, some people have seen how much it has grown over the years.
So I've been around a long time, so so I've seen the different years and different things for the festival, different, and it's getting better and more enjoyable, and it's just a lot of friendly people during the holiday.
Downtown McKinney creates a festive and welcoming environment for all to enjoy every year. For Hilltop News, I'm Cambria Hess.
Home for the Holidays is just one of the many festivals and events hosted in downtown McKinney. The next event is Crew of Barkus Parade in February. Last week, we had wrestling, basketball, and swim in action. Christopher Scamardo is here to catch you up on everything Blue Hawk sports. Chris?
Thank you, Kerrington. Starting with wrestling at Richardson, the boys ended up placing second as a team, with 8 varsity boys placing top 4. Zeke Kelly, Arthur Nersessian, and Nate Ababir earning first place. Carson Moosekeys getting second, Ethan Flom, Eli Cordova, and Gabe Nersessian earning third, and Julian Larson earning fourth. Moving on to girls, they placed third overall, with Hayden Stein earning first. Zipporah Swindle, Faith Boyd, and Habby Adogan all earned second place. Luciana Vega de Alacar and Zakia Burke earned third. Last Monday, we went against Louisville and then Frisco Liberty, with girls winning all matches against Louisville and the boys winning all matches against Liberty. Moving over to basketball, our girls are 3 games into district play, starting with a 44-39 win over Allen and a 42-59 loss over Princeton over the break. Our girls took on the Plano West Wolves last night, beating them 35-28, moving to a 2-1 start in district play. The boys started their district slate last night as well, taking on Plano West, however not getting the start they were hoping for, falling 53-54 at home last night. However, this did not stop standout player Keyshawn Miles from having 14 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 blocks. With last night's game, he has 5 double-doubles in 10 games to start the season. Our Blue Hawks travel to Prosper on Friday to take on the Eagles. Our girls play at 5:30 and our boys start at 7. Last week, I spoke to senior Ryan Cox to discuss SWIM's North Zone Texas Interscholastic Swimming Coaches Association Swimming and Diving Invitational, which is one of their biggest meets of the season.
I'm here interviewing Ryan Cox, who has a TISCA meet coming up. Ryan, tell me, what does this mean for you and your team?
Personally, for me, looking back at it, I actually think it does mean a lot now, because how far I've grown myself. Going from swim, like my times, obviously, from where I was in the beginning and to where I am now, like my times have significantly dropped. And it shows like kind of the work I've put in and like that I'm qualified to do this, and that's why I made the times and the meets. And also, I think it means a lot for our team because it's setting and it sets an example for not only our school but also for the people itself actually swimming. Like we look back at it. I don't think swim and dive really gets I would say recognized. A lot of people don't call out for its accomplishments, but we look at it. We're our team's qualifying for championship dual meets and stuff like that. And for the younger people, it's also just letting them know what swimming is about, you know.
So in this event, you're going to be competing with your brother Landon. How does that affect you?
It holds me accountable, you know. We both know how good we are. We don't want to go any over than what we consistently get in practice or even just in all our personal best times. We want to do good not only for ourselves but for our team. So it's a competitive kind of relationship, but it's also it's a bonding moment too. If we do good, pat each other on the back and we get to share a moment together.
Thank you for your time and good luck at your meet.
The girls placed 15 out of 28 teams and the boys placed 20 out of 26 teams. You can catch swim at the Frisco Natatorium on December 13th as they compete in their Frisco dual meet. That's all for our Blue Hawk Sports. I'm Chris Scamardo. Now back to the desk.
Well, that's all we have for today's show. For Hilltop News, I'm Kerrington Faris.
And I'm Yuktha Vangaveti.
Keep rocking, Blue Hawks.